Okay, so it's gonna be a real short one, but I've been thinking a lot about how Spotify like used to be so good at like enabling me to discover new artists and new songs that were like similar to my existing taste, but like that I hadn't really heard before. And I used to be like such like a keen user of like the Spotify radio, and I'd like, I don't know, if I was like getting into Tina Turner, I'd be like, oh, I want to kind of go through like a songs that I like Tina Turner phase, you know? And then now I feel like my Spotify radio is like so bad and crazy that it will like, I don't know how to like, it'll just play like sometimes, because I feel like I have quite diverse music taste, that like sometimes I want to listen to like country, sometimes I want to listen to like, I don't know, like Armin van Buuren, and then other times I want to listen to like Tina Turner or like Fred again, and I just like kind of depending on my mood will like listen to, you know, whatever that artist and like that kind of vibe is. And now it seems to be like if I'd put like Tina Turner on, it'll like kind of go, hey, like Armin van Buuren, let's put him in this Spotify radio, which is not like at all how it's meant to work, right? And like also they should be getting smarter with AI, not dumber. Like it should be getting better, not worse. Which is like really frustrating. And it like is not really another alternative, right? Like I don't know how, like if people use Apple Music and if that is somewhat better. Maybe I gotta, but like it's also too legacy. Like I've Spotify knows me so well, and I also love the Wrapped and being able to like listen to my top songs for the year. But also with the Wrapped, they should really like, you know, like if I've not played a song, maybe because like sometimes they have like a really long or slow outro, you know how like you just like sometimes don't like fully listen to the like it clicks over to the next song. Like excuse me, too many bubbles. Um, you know, like if they like if I do that, then that song doesn't get very high on my like top played. Like they should like work out like, did you listen to this song like 75 or 80% of the way through or something every like, and maybe you only listen to it 100% of the way through 3 times, but like, you know, like let's just like get on it. They've got to step it up, because I do think that like now they are becoming like, you know, the, what do I call it? Like the like the incumbent, the legacy tool that's like not innovating fast enough, and so it is creating an opportunity. But actually, having think like now that I think of it, I think there's like YouTube music, so maybe I need to look into that. Now I'm paying for YouTube Premium, because like also I'm paying so many different premium accounts. Like I've got now YouTube Premium, I've got Spotify Premium, I've got, you know, like Netflix. I think we've just like got Hulu because I wanted to watch the Oscars, and now I'm watching the Hannah Montana flashback, which is like also very weird. I don't know, side note if anyone is watching that, but like it feels like very unnatural and I'm not sure what's going on. It needs like surround, like it needs like background music, or I don't know, like comfier chairs. Everything just looks really awkward and I can't quite figure out why. um Anyway, but let me know if you do have a hack for finding new music now on Spotify or creating better playlists, because where I'm at the moment is I just like mostly just listen to my like songs, and it's quite frustrating because sometimes my like songs are like very different moods, you know? But I just don't think the radio really works anymore, unfortunately. And I also hate like separate, like make the Spotify podcast like a separate app. I don't want that mixing in. Like I don't want to like go to Spotify with like I want to play music and it's got like my last podcast playing. Like I actually use Pocket Casts, which is good because I find I can like organize what I want to listen to quite easily, and like that's quite a good app. Yeah, Spotify podcasts, it's really hard. I don't really understand what's going on there, even though I do post my podcast on Spotify. But I would listen to podcasts on Spotify if it was a separate app, or you could be like, I want to switch, like on like Uber and like Uber Eats. Like it's like, okay, I'm not on this app to order a car, I'm here to order food, and it switches your whole, you know, user experience. Spotify needs to do that and switch it to, you know, music, podcasts, 10 out of 10. Then they could also like compete with YouTube. Sorry, but it's not wrong. Like they do a lot of video podcast formats, so make that easier for people to get into it, you know? Anyway, Spotify, if you're hiring, happy to sort that out for you. Okay, that was a short one. See you tomorrow.